It's been a whole 9 days since we were last on air here at Coventry United match day, but the wait is finally over. I know I've been having withdrawal symptoms myself. Welcome to another edition of Coventry United match day right here at Sphinx Drive. Another 2 hours of amazing non-league football action coming your way, and yes, it has been too long, hasn't it? We had to miss the game away at Roaster on Saturday, which sadly is actually the first match we have missed all season, including the friendly matches. I don't think we've done too bad on that front, but sadly because of my ring announcing commitments, we couldn't do the usual coverage that day, and well. We do know one thing for certain, Daisy the Cow is back in the shed, so we're not the only ones returning to Coventry United today. But yeah, for those of you who are wondering, basically I was ring announcing with AMP Wrestling on Saturday, so that's why we couldn't bring you the coverage of the Roaster game. But from what I've heard, you didn't miss too much. United losing by 1-0 thanks to a penalty in the first 10 minutes. Although there was a second booking for Jimmy Hulton, who I believe was just in his third match for Coventry United, sent off for 2 yellow cards. He isn't in the squad tonight though, as at this level red cards take a little bit longer to process. But after 9 long days, we are back right here on YouTube. First of all, I'd like to say a massive welcome to all the Westfield fans joining us on YouTube. Good evening to you all. Hope you are going to enjoy the coverage tonight. And of course, to all of our listeners worldwide, no matter where you are, welcome one and all to the show. Before we go any further, firstly, again, big thank you for tuning in, but if you do want to help the show, don't forget to hit the like button below the video to let us know you're enjoying it, and of course you can leave a comment below, leave us any sort of feedback that you want us to know about. You can subscribe to the channel for more exclusive footballing content, including the brand new web series, The Sky Blue Diaries. I'll go on to that a little bit later on, and you can also follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Now, today's show, as usual, is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Right, now all the admin's out of the way, we're going to get into some team news. So let's start off with the Red and Greens of Coventry United. In goal, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Balance. 4, Chris Cox, back in midfield after about a month in defence. Number 5, Rob Prinzel. And everyone, come on, join me in welcoming back number 6, Jamie Coleman is back in the starting lineup. Let's hope that he doesn't give away too many penalties, as he was saying a few weeks ago. We were talking to Carl alone, we asked him when he was going to be back. He didn't know, but he said that he'll be back giving penalties away before we know it. Well, let's hope for the Red and Green sakes that he won't be giving away any spot kicks tonight. Also in the team, number 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Courtney Cameron, making his home debut for the Red and Greens. Number 9, Kai Williams, top scorer, back in the starting lineup. Number 10, Josh O'Grady, and also returning is number 11, Tommy Glasgow. And on the bench, number 12, Simeon Townsend. 13, Joe Connor. 14, Jimmy Hulton. 15, Ben Mackey, and 16, Muzzy Unduna. Right now for the Westfields lineup. In goal we have number 1, Kieran Blackburn. 2, James Saunston. 3, Dylan Bonella. 4, Phil Glover. He's got the captain's armband tonight. Number 5, James February. 6, Matt Reeve. 7, Craig Jones. 8, Aidan Thomas. 9, Richard Greaves. 10, Chris Ham. And 11, Dan Poland. And on the bench, number 12, Scott Jackson. 14, Sam Hunt. 15, Sam Rawlins. And 16, Ben Miller. So those are the starting lineups for both Coventry United and for Westfield this evening. Now, it has not been the best of periods for Coventry United over the past few weeks. Chances of automatic promotion are starting to slip away just a little bit at the moment. We've still got a whole long way to go in this season. I mean, last season we didn't finish until towards the end of May, so there are still plenty of games, plenty of time to turn things around. But United have actually not won in 4 matches, equaling their worst run of the season. United have also gone 4 games unbeaten, 4 games without a win, I should say, 3 times already this season, but this is the first time the Red and Greens have been without a win in 4 league games. So in the previous instances where United went 4 games without a win, there was cup games in there, but this is the first time United have being without a league win in 4 matches. Let's see whether the Red and Greens can rectify that this evening. But, and it's a big but, Kai Williams is back in the lineup, the top scorer in the league for Coventry United with 7 goals. And of course in joint second, Kevin Thornton, who is also coming back to the starting lineup, and Josh O'Grady as well. We have been saying that O'Grady hasn't been at his best this season. He's certainly not going to be scoring the 30 goals he did last year, but also, you know, he's scored 4 goals this season. I mean, he's second in the league list, so in the day he hasn't been doing too bad. Let's hope we can see some more goals tonight. Chris Cox will be starting his 20th league match tonight. No player has done that this season. Chris Cox is the only player not to miss a single league match this season for Coventry United, and he will be in his preferred position of midfield tonight. As we said, Jamie Coleman back in the starting lineup along with Rob Prinzel at centre back. Now, as we said earlier, chances of promotion are starting to dwindle a little bit. United 20 points behind first placed Alvechurch, who have actually played 3 games more. But again, another big but. We're trying to stay on an even keel here. Only 2 teams in the top 18 have scored less than Coventry United this season, although only the top 3 have conceded fewer than Coventry United. But that also includes Westfields, who of course United are playing tonight. They've conceded just 17 in 15 matches. So United not conceding goals, but not scoring too many either. Let's see whether the Red and Greens can rectify that tonight. What about Westfields? Well, we all know Westfields have had an incredible season so far. They went through the first round of the FA Cup and went out against Curzon Ashton. Westfields have started the season with 17 consecutive victories in all competitions, but in their last 11 matches in all competitions, Westfields have only won 5 of them, and yeah, check this, conceding 19 goals. Now, Craig Jones has completed in more games than anyone this season with Westfield, 27 times in League and Cup. That's more than any other player. And the one to watch for Westfield tonight is Richard Greaves. He's starting up front. He scored 17 goals in 26 games in all competitions this season. And also, Jones is in there as well with second place. He has scored 13 goals in 27 matches. So Jones and Greaves are ones that you have to watch out for this evening. We're only around 7 minutes away from our scheduled kick-off time, and well, here's hoping that we get a better showing than we did on Saturday. From what I've heard, it was not good at all. It was a 1-0 defeat away at Roaster. But you know what? Anything can happen in this game, and it usually does. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that we can see some goals tonight. We're not the only match happening around the country tonight. Oh no, a big boxing match happening this weekend. They've got some sort of training session live on Sky Sports tonight with Anthony Joshua. So that's one thing you can watch if you're into your boxing. But we're going to be focusing purely on the football tonight. We've got some Champions League action for you if we can get the matches up. We do know that Manchester City will be in action tonight. They are at home to Celtic. Barcelona have Borussia Mönchengladbach. Arsenal are away at Basel. Here's the big one for me tonight, the biggest match of the night. Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid at the Allianz Arena. Elsewhere, we've got Benfica versus Napoli, Dinamo Kiev against Besiktas, PSV Eindhoven are at home to FK Rostov, Paris Saint-Germain welcome Ludogorets, and those are all the Champions League matches. We have a few matches in the Checker Trade Trophy. The big one with Coventry City at home to Crawley, that takes place tomorrow night because the Sky Blues were in cup action on Sunday. Well, I say cup action, it was more like a friggin' massacre because the Sky Blues lost by 4-0 away at Cambridge. It was absolute torture just listening to it on another radio station, which I will not mention. I don't want to give advertising anywhere else. Yeah, let's just say, for those of you who didn't hear the Sky Blues coverage, if you were watching the United stuff, believe me, it ain't half as bad as the City game. It was absolutely dreadful. But I've got no doubt that we're going to see a better game of football here at Sphinx Drive as United take on Westfields. Let's try and get some matches up from the Checker Trade Trophy. As a current score, Doncaster 0, Blackpool 1. That match kicked off at 7:30. Elsewhere, Norwich City under-21s are drawing with Swansea City under-21s 0-0, and also Rochdale and Chesterfield are drawing 0-0. Those matches all kicked off at 7:30. In the 7:45 kickoffs, we've got AFC Wimbledon against Brighton under-21s, Carlisle up against Mansfield, Scunthorpe host Morecambe, Southend have got Oxford, Swindon host Luton, and Yeovil are at home to MK Dons. And talking of MK Dons, that's who Coventry United ladies have got in the next round of their FA Cup. So the best of luck to the Coventry United ladies representing the club in the next few weeks. It's 4 minutes to go until kick-off at Sphinx Drive. As usual, we will be filming the game, so you can catch the highlights of this match hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Of course, I've got to do a few other things as well, including the brand new web series that I like to call the Sky Blue Diaries. Now, for those of you who haven't heard of the Sky Blue Diaries, it's already causing quite a buzz in the Coventry United squad. I mean, I honestly thought that they were taking the mick, but it turns out the players really are responding to this. I've had Ben Mackey, Joe Connor, Harry Barnes coming up to me saying they really enjoy it, and even Luke Morton, who doesn't even play FIFA, he's enjoying it as well. Now, basically, if you haven't seen it, the Sky Blue Diaries is basically a mission by myself on FIFA 17 career mode to win the Premier League with Coventry City within 5 seasons. It's almost impossible, and it's proven very tough already, but we're already into 4 episodes of the series on YouTube, so go and have a look at those episodes once the coverage here is done, or you know what, even go and have a look at them at half time, because we are going to be taking a short break at half time to swap over the laptop battery. So that is basically the long and short of the web series, which is called the Sky Blue Diary. So go and check it out after the match. Next up for Coventry United after tonight, I know we're looking forward a little bit too much, but we are going to be at home again on Saturday when we take on Walsall Wood. So a nice little local derby there. Well, what am I saying? They're all local derbies. We're in the Midland League, aren't we? It's Walsall Wood versus Coventry United here at Sphinx Drive next Saturday from 3 p.m. We can see the Westfield players actually getting changed in front of us. I think they forgot there's actually a dressing room on the other side of the site. They are in white and sky blue this evening. Coventry United will of course be in their traditional red and green, the civic colours of the best dance city in the world. That of course would be Coventry. And we are awaiting the arrival of the players very soon, as the Westfields players are actually leaving the pitch now. And they're going to regroup with their opponents and the match officials. So live coverage of Coventry United versus Westfields coming up right here on YouTube. Again, don't forget to hit the like button below if you are enjoying the coverage. You can leave a comment below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course you can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Alternatively, you can follow me on Twitter at TheRealLiamCook. And I am reliably told there is only one. Otherwise, that Twitter name would seem a little bit daft, wouldn't it? But of course, this is your show, so do get in touch if you are enjoying what you are seeing. We will be going through another run through of the team news before we kick things off here at Sphinx Drive. And we will try and keep up to date with the latest goings on from elsewhere as much as we can. But sadly, I'm doing both the commentary and the camera work, so the checking of the scores may be a little bit sporadic tonight, but we'll do the best we can as usual. As we can see, still some of the Coventry United substitutes preparing in front of us. You can see Simeon Townsend and Ben Mackey in front of us. Mackey recently returning to the fold after a rather long injury layoff. Townsend has been a regular starter for the Red and Greens in the past few weeks in the absence of both Mackey and Kai Williams. Hasn't quite hit the heights that United fans would have been hoping. I believe he's only scored 1 goal for the Red and Greens, but in a team which was very short on players at one time, Simeon Townsend has really done wonders for the club, because in the last few weeks, as we said earlier, Chris Cox has been having to play in defence. We've seen Josh O'Grady play up front. It's been a very mix and match team simply because there's been so many injuries. I mean, we've seen Callum Burgess injured for a while. Now, Burgess actually played 90 minutes for the under-21s on Saturday. He should be back in the next couple of weeks. Jamie Coleman back in the defence this evening. His first appearance for over a month. We've also got Kai Williams back in the starting lineup today. Kevin Thornton back from his suspension after receiving multiple yellow cards. He was unavailable against Roster. And of course, Courtney Cameron, the former Aston Villa youngster, is on loan from Hales Owen, and he makes his home debut tonight. And here come the teams of Coventry United and Westfields making their way onto the hallowed turf at Sphinx Drive, led by the 3 match officials. It's non-league action, it's Coventry United, it's Coventry United match day, and it's live on YouTube. As usual, today's show is sponsored by Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. You know what? I've only been out of this for 9 days. I already feel out of practice. I don't know how. We only had a 9-day break, and already it feels like I'm doing this completely new. So, expect a few boo-boos tonight on the coverage, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Right, let's go through the starting lineups now. Well, we'll wait with the stadium announcer to finish going through the lineups before we go through the team news. But as usual, we do go through the team news for the home and away sides before we kick things off here at Sphinx Drive. We can see the United coaching staff making their way to the dugout. It's been a frustrating time for the Red and Greens without a win in 4 games. It's the 3rd time they've done that this season, but the first time they've gone without a win in the league for 4 games running. Right, now let's go into the team news for both sides, starting with Coventry United. We have number 1, Rich Morris, 2, Pierre Moodim, 3, Ben Valance, 4, Chris Cox, 5, Rob Prinzel, 6, Jamie Coleman, 7, Kevin Thornton, 8, Courtney Cameron, 9, Kai Williams, 10, Josh O'Grady, and 11, Tommy Glasgow. And on the bench, 12, Simeon Townsend, 13, Joe Connor, 14, Jimmy Hulton, 15, Ben Mackey, and 16, Muzzy Unduna. For Westfields, number 1, Kieran Blackburn, 2, James Saunston, 3, Dylan Bonella, 4, Phil Glover, 5, James February, 6, Matt Reeve, 7, Craig Jones, 8, Aidan Thomas, 9, Richard Greaves, 10, Chris Ham, and 11, Dan Poland. And on the bench, number 12, Scott Jackson, 14, Sam Hunt, 15, Sam Rawlins, and 16 is Ben Miller. So those are the starting lineups and the benches for today's match. You see now the captains of the 2 sides, Chris Cox and Phil Glover, meeting in the centre circle with the referee. And the 2 sides are actually switching ends. I believe it is going to be Coventry United to start. How United could do with a win tonight. Here's going to be the best beard in the business, Kevin Thornton, who's going to leave it for Josh O'Grady to start in the centre. Midweek action returns to Sphinx Drive and to Coventry United Matchday. I hope you're ready, because it's going to be a belter. I'm saying that with my fingers crossed, I must admit. Right, here we go. We are underway at Sphinx Drive with Coventry United kicking off from right to left as far as we are concerned. Immediately losing the ball with a clearance by James Saunson, blocked by Kai Williams, who is back in the starting lineup tonight. United's top scorer with 7 goals in the league. Throw taken, the Westfields man trying to hold off Tommy Glasgow. Here's Glover, plays it back to the goalkeeper Kieran Blackburn. Blackburn back to Glover with the captain's armband this evening, plays a nice ball down line. Saunston sidesteps away from Courtney Cameron, making his home debut for Coventry United. It's back to Blackburn, the goalkeeper hastily clears it as Kai Williams comes storming in. Cox can only nod it as far as Matt Reeve. Play back to Glover. Saunston. It's intercepted well by Tommy Glasgow in the midfield. Vance will clear. Vance now the first choice left back for Coventry United after the departure of Lewis Hudson in a two-way deal with Rugby. Now, for those of you who don't know, a two-way deal means that Lewis will be primarily playing for Rugby, but under the rules of the game, he can also play for Coventry United if Rugby don't have a game. Saunston. The return ball towards Dan Poland is wayward and goes out for a Coventry United throw. Valence to take it. Finds Chris Cox. Hoofs it forward. Grady forced down from behind by Phil Glover on the halfway line, and that will be a United free kick. At the moment, it seems as if United are playing a five-man defence. Chris Cox still playing in the defence. It looks like part of a three-man centre-back pairing with Coleman and Prinzel, with Valence and Moodin playing as wing-backs. And here is Valence, ball down line, looking for Josh O'Grady, and it's not going to reach him. It's easily dealt with by Phil Glover, who will allow the ball to drift out of play, and it will go back to Blackburn for a goal kick. Blackburn in a very fetching orange and black goalkeeping shirt this evening. Glover. Down line to Saunston. Westfields playing it around at the back. Glover again. Back to Blackburn. He's got to get this one away quickly as Kevin Thornton makes inroads onto the left-hand side now with Dylan Bonella. Striding down the left-hand side. What can Westfields do here? Played forward. He was looking for Craig Jones. Glasgow won it back with their side challenge on Jones, and the referee calls for a free kick, and Jones does not look in a good way. I believe he's calling over the trainer, and the referee has indeed called for the trainer to come onto the pitch. He's on his knees at the moment. Let's hope that we don't have a serious injury just 3 minutes into the game. It's the last thing we need. This is actually the first game that we've broadcast in the month of December, so it's the first festive season that United match day has actually undergone, because of course we did make our debut this January, I should say. It feels like a long time ago, but January of 2016 we made our debut. This is the first time that we're delving into the festive season of football, and you can certainly tell it's the festive season. My hands are absolutely freezing right now. Of course, season's greetings to all of our listeners, wherever you are listening from across the planet Earth this evening. And of course, we've got a bit of a Christmas cracker on Boxing Day right here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry Sphinx versus Coventry United. That will be quite possibly the biggest game we've ever covered here on Match Day, right up there with the Bedworth match in the FA Cup this season. Talking of the FA Cup, Westfields have themselves got a pretty good partnership with the FA Cup, reaching the first round this year. Of course, the various cup competitions have taken their toll on the team. Free kick taken, headed away by Pierre Moudin, but it's fallen back to Bonella. It's drifted out of play, it's come off a United man. It seemed to come off Courtney Cameron last. Craig Jones. Bonella. Lofted ball looking for Poland. Tries to keep it away from the United man. Whips in the cross. Who's there? Coleman gets his first touch and heads it away, but Thornton puts it straight back in danger, and the strike towards goal by Craig Jones is easily smothered by Rich Morris. Poor control from Thornton. Very rarely seen, I have to say, from the former Coventry City man. But the best bid in the business nearly gave his side an early headache. United falling behind in the 8th minute on Saturday away at Rosa due to a penalty, which turned out to be the only goal of the game. Goal kick easily dealt with, but swung out of play by Craig Jones for a United ball. United halfway into enemy territory. We're waiting for the throw to be taken on the far side. And heading on over is Rob Prinzel. several options. Plays a 1-2 of O'Grady, but the return ball from O'Grady is not weighted properly, far too light. But the clearance from the Westfields defender has drifted out of play for another throw, and this time a lot further down the pitch inside United's half. And it is going to be Prinzel once again to take it. Plays a short one to Kevin Thornton. No fancy tricks here. Thornton plays it forward. O'Grady. Ball down line. Handball claims, and the referee's flagged for it. And Kai Williams isn't happy. He was making his way towards the penalty area, but the ball flicked up and touched the arm of Dylan Bonella. And it will be a United free kick on the right-hand side, around 10-15 yards away from the box. United have a couple of set-piece specialists ready to take this one. Now in this sort of position, expect either Kevin Thornton or Josh O'Grady to be taking it. We have seen Rob Prinzel take a few free kicks in the last couple of weeks. We saw him score one 2 weeks ago. But it is going to be Kevin Thornton to take this one. He's having a quick word with the referee. Thornton awaits the referee's signal. 4 Coventry United men waiting in the box for 6 Westfield defenders. It's swung in towards Chris Cox. It's headed away and just cleared in time. Phil Glover ensuring that the ball wasn't going to cause United any immediate danger. Coleman plays it back to Rich Morris as Poland puts him under pressure. Lovely sidestep there by Rich Morris. Dangerous tactics, but if it works, it looks beautiful. Valance tries to find Cameron. He's dispossessed by Richard Greaves. Greaves battling for the ball with Tommy Glasgow. Let's play it back to Jamie Coleman. Long ball forward. It was more of a clearance than a pass. Sonston. And a lovely tackle there from Josh O'Grady. Wins it back for Coventry United. Thornton with space on the right hand side, making his way towards the penalty area. Side challenge. Can't dispossess the Coventry United man. Cross put in and headed just wide of his own goal by James Sonston for a Coventry United corner. He had to get that one exactly right. And luckily for Sonston, he did. And it will be a corner on the left-hand side to be taken by Josh O'Grady. It doesn't appear as if United are going to use the short corner routine, which has been utilised on various times for United. It doesn't seem to be working that well. It's a low corner and easily cleared, but it will be gathered up by Kevin Thornton, who plays another pass to O'Grady. Can he win and cross? Yes, he can block well the near post. Jones has got to try and clear this one, and he does. Only as far as Pierre Moodham, though, inside the centre circle. Courtney Cameron. Nice ball to O'Grady. Good control there from O'Grady. Swings in the cross. No one there. Too far for Kai Williams. Bonella keeps it in. Jones looking for Aidan Thomas. It's not going to reach him. It's too far. Coming up to 10 minutes in. Remains scoreless. Prinzel looks for the option with the throw-in. Up line towards Williams. Williams controls it well. O'Grady just finds Thomas Glasgow. Valance strides on the left-hand side. Through ball. It's eventually found Kai Williams off the foot of Sonston. Williams, corner kick. The attempted cross by Williams blocked well from the fullback. And again O'Grady heads over to take it. O'Grady, Thornton, back to O'Grady, back to Thornton. Will the short corner routine work this time? Thornton cross, it's took a deflection off Matt Reeve and it will be another corner. On the same side, some of the United fans have been saying they've been frustrated with the short corner routine. United insist on using it. Valance was providing a short corner option, but he's walked away now and O'Grady will go with the traditional method. It's towards Cox, over his head. Can Thomas clear it? Yes, he can. Ball up line, looking for Poland. Coleman as well on the slide challenge on Chris Ham. Coleman, ball forward. Cox is onside, stumbles. He goes foot to it, and Blackburn just saves. If it wasn't for that stumble, United surely would be in front. Brilliant ball from Jamie Coleman at centre back. And a free kick given to Coventry United for a foul on Pierre Mudim. But you've got to say that Westfields got away with that one. If Cox didn't stumble and he tried to collect the ball, I think he would have been able to lift it over Blackburn and put it into the net. But as it stands, it remains goalless. Here at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 0, Westfields 0. The team with 3 promotions on the bounce versus the FA Cup heroes of this season. Morris punts it forward. It's gone off the head of Josh O'Grady, and it goes out for a throw into Westfields, level with their own penalty area. And Arsenal lead by 1-0 away at Basel, and it's 1-1 at the Etihad Stadium between Manchester City and Celtic in their respective Champions League matches. Celtic already out of Europe. They're not going to be going even into the Europa League this season. They're going to be finishing bottom no matter what happens at the Etihad. And Arsenal already through to the knockout phase of the competition. Prinzel with a throw-in just inside United's half. And he'll find Kevin Thornton. Moodham fires it forward, but again, no one there. He drifts out of play, and it will be another Westfield throw. Frustrating opening 10 minutes. Bonella will be taking the throw-in. He's returned the ball to Kieran Blackburn. Long ball, stabbed away by Saunson, only as far as Ben Valance. He's got trouble behind him. He's been dispossessed, and Saunson able to find Jones. Hoofs it forward. Cox just keeps it away from Ham, but loses out at the second time of asking. Prinzel plays it back to Rich Morris. And United can breathe a sigh of relief. Prinzel. Moodham. Head forward by Bonella, but one back. Glasgow. Through ball looking for Kai Williams. It won't reach him. It's played back to the goalkeeper. Blackburn makes the clearance. Reeve. Glover plays it back to Saunston. O'Grady plays it out for a throw-in off the leg of Richard Greaves. And it will be a United throw inside Westfield's half. Valance plays it to Kevin Thornton. Chris Cox. Back to Rich Morris. You can hear the Westfields players over the monitor saying squeeze. Don't let them any time on the ball. That's exactly what they're doing. Not allowing United a second to breathe at the moment. Lofted ball. It's not going to find anyone for Coventry United. But the clearance is poor from Glover. O'Grady tripped from the edge of the area. Referee says no. United still have the ball though. Valance, Kai Williams, can he turn his men? Surrounded by white shirt. He's put one over the crossbar. But probably United's best chance of the game. So he did seem to be some sort of contact on O'Grady, but was it enough for the attacker to go down? That's debatable. But Williams with at least five Westfield players surrounding him, had nowhere to go. His only chance was to turn, hit and hope. He did, and it went over the crossbar. Blackburn gets set to take this goal kick. 15 minutes gone. This game's flying by, although there hasn't been that much of action, you have to say, so far. Prinzel gets his head to it. Moodham stabs it over to Courtney Cameron, on loan from Hales Owen. Thornton. He's lost the ball to Polon. Ham. Westfield's have got to try and get this one out of danger now. Craig Jones onto the left-hand side now for Aidan Thomas. Under pressure from Moodim. Tries to find Jones again, and he does. Craig Jones. He runs into a United man though. Poland. Can he strike from the edge of the area? Still got the ball. Ham. Slide challenge. He's released the ball into the left hand side to put back in and smothered by Rich Morris in goal. There's two Westfields players who are waiting at the far post. Morris starts things quickly. A lovely throw to Chris Coxon. Acres of space. Finds Courtney Cameron in the midfield. Here's Thornton. Forward to O'Grady. And he didn't see James February behind him and he's lost out. Opportunity for Westfields to break now. Thomas's pass intercepted. Prinzel to Thornton, still deep inside United territory. Ball to the right hand side with Williams. Here's Thornton again. Thornton long ball. And O'Grady is onside here with space in front of him. It's Josh O'Grady. Plays one in for Kai Williams. Offside! It won't count. It's offside. It's into the net, but it will not count. Josh O'Grady could have tried himself, but decided to be unselfish. Laid one on a plate for Kai Williams. The only problem was Williams had strayed into an offside position. The goal will not count. And it's frustrating because United haven't scored a goal in open play for 3 or 4 matches. I would have taken a huge monkey off their backs. But it remains 0-0 at Sphinx Drive. And you had to think O'Grady had a decent chance of scoring himself. And it was a wonderful ball down the right hand side, but still a chance. Oh, O'Grady will strike one, and it's in! Mistake rectified! Josh O'Grady catches Kieran Blackburn off guard. The keeper trying to reposition himself. O'Grady sees an opening and he takes it in some style. Coventry United have taken the lead and this one will count. What on earth was Blackburn doing there? Cleared the ball, it only went as far as Josh O'Grady. Blackburn wasn't ready for it. As we say here on Coventry United Match Day, you don't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. And that ticket ended up in a goal for Coventry United and a 5th goal this season for Josh O'Grady. Well, we're back underway as Coventry United have now taken the lead against Westfields. Coventry United 1, Westfields 0. And a bizarre goal, you have to say. But it will not matter one jot. As we said, it's been 3 or 4 games since United last scored in open play as Westfields put in a cross and the poor control by Richard Greaves sees it go out of play off the striker and it will be a throw into Coventry United now. But that is exactly what United needed. Without a win in 4 games, United under pressure, down in 8th place, the board demanding promotion this season. The management have admitted they know what is going to happen if they don't get promotion. There's been frustration all around the club over the past few weeks. But a win here would soothe the anger and give United some respite as they look for a 4th consecutive promotion. And there is going to be a change already for Westfields. And who's it coming off? I'm trying to see who's actually coming off. It's the number 14 who's coming on. It's Sam Hunt who's coming on. And still trying to find out who is it. I think it's Dylan Bonella. I believe Dylan Bonella has been taken off. But the left back, oh, that's a high boot now on the face of Valence, but the referee has not given anything. But we believe that left back Dylan Bonella has been taken off. It sounds like a hamstring injury, from what I can hear from the coaching staff. But Sam Hunt has come on. We've had 20 minutes of play. Coventry United in front, and Westfield's already losing a man to injury. Moodim sprints down the right-hand side. Beats Hunt for pace. Tries to put the cross in. Williams goes too far, and the clearance should be easily made. Sawnston sidesteps Kai Williams. In fact, no, it's not Benella. We can see Benella on the field. And in fact, we'll try and find out who it is. I can't see the number 6 on there though. I didn't get a chance to see the substitutes board. I believe it's Matt Reeve. We can see Vanilla at centre back now. And Hunt has gone over to the left hand side to cover him off. We can see the 4 and 5 in there, so I believe that it is Matt Reeve who has come off. Pollen. Turns Prinzel, still going Pollen. Will he go on his own here? One opportunity now for Westfields. Still the opportunity. Shot charged down. Ham taking too long with the ball. Ball played forward. Josh O'Grady. Forced away from the halfway line, but he's laid it off for Ben Valance. Valance lofted ball. Kai Williams onside. O'Grady flicks it over. Kai Williams will strike over the crossbar. Corner given. A vital challenge from Sam Hunt, the substitute, getting his foot to the ball just as Williams was ready to strike at goal. An incredible pass from Valance, finding both Williams and O'Grady in space beyond the defence in an onside position. O'Grady flicks one over the defender. Williams brings it down, but as he goes to strike it, Hunt gets a crucial touch and puts it over the crossbar. O'Grady's corner. It's towards Cox. It's over everyone. Will it be kept in by Courtney Cameron on the far side? It will be. Cameron puts the cross in, and that will go out for another corner. Takes a deflection on the way through off a Westfields man. Coventry United 1, Westfields nils the current scoreline. Josh O'Grady with a long-range strike, catching Kieran Blackburn off guard. Short corner routine, as usual for United. Thornton, blocked up by 2 Westfield defenders. Cross put in, headed away by Jones. Ham receives a push in the back by Tommy Glasgow, and that will be a free kick to Westfields, and that brings an end to that chapter of the game. United seem to be on top in the last 10 minutes or so, and Westfields have already had to make a change. Jones, Hunt, made that crucial challenge denying Kai Williams just a few seconds ago. Courtney Cameron won't get to the free ball. Saunderson puts it forward. Here's Poland. His path is blocked by Glasgow. Poland breaks free, lays it off. Craig Jones tries the ball to the left hand side. Prinzel tries to stop him. Cross is put in by Aidan Thomas, and the control of the near post by Greaves lets him down. But still alive with Ham, puts it towards the far post. Kept in by Thomas. Ball into the box, gathered by Kevin Thornton. He's got to get this one away now. And he does. O'Grady. You have to be encouraged to hold the ball, but O'Grady, as he tried to hold the ball, he lost out. And a rather ambitious effort from one of the Westfields players. Flies over the crossbar. And that was actually the centre-back, James February. Well, that's why they're playing him at centre-back. So just over 20 minutes to go until half-time here at Sphinx Drive. United still lead by 1-0. As Rich Morris gets ready to restart the game. Morris clears. Valance nods it on. No one there. It's fired out of play by James February. Valance will take the throw in. O'Grady. Overhead kick towards Williams, cleared by February. Cox puts it upfield. O'Grady picks up the loose ball, nods it towards Thornton, intercepted. Swanston clears. And Rich Myers will gather that one in the United box. Prinzel. Long ball forward, no one there, and that will drift harmlessly towards the goalkeeper, Kieran Blackburn. Blackburn looks for an option. Volleys it forward. Deep into United territory. Nodded on, but cleared by Cox. O'Grady plays one forward. Offside against Kai Williams. O'Grady just inside the Westfields half. Pokes one forward towards Williams with the young striker. Just strayed beyond the last man. That is a problem with Williams. A very exciting player to watch. Very fast individual. When he gets the ball, it's hard to stop him, but he does like to stray past the last man a few too many occasions. Thornton intercepts. Punts one forward, looking for Williams. And the defender just gets enough on the ball to head it back to Blackburn. As Williams tried to race onto the free ball. Hunt. Jones looked for Thomas on the left-hand side. Thomas keeps it in and finds Pollen. And it's Thomas again, and we'll try one. It's offside, but the effort from the Westfields man, I believe it was Chris Ham, right in front of the goal. Even if it would have counted, it didn't go into the net. Right in front of the net, he's struck it onto the crossbar. But luckily for United, it wouldn't have counted anyway because the flag was raised on the near side. And it remains 1-0 to the Red and Greens. Morris's clearance. Moodim. Nodded away by James February. Polan. Ham loses out to Cox in the air. Ball put forward towards O'Grady. O'Grady was pulled there. There was certainly a shirt pull from the defender and contact from the goalkeeper as well. The referee doesn't want to know, and O'Grady is hurt. Well, there was two instances there where the referee could have easily blown for a free kick. Firstly, the tug on the shirt. And secondly, the goalkeeper barging into O'Grady. I think Westfields have got away with that one. But O'Grady, the scorer of the only goal of the match so far, is not looking in a great way. It gives us a chance to look at some of the scores from around the grounds. Barcelona lead Borussia Mönchengladbach by 1-0. Arsenal now 2 goals up at Basel. Bayern Munich in front against Atletico Madrid 1-0. Dinamo Kiev leading Besiktas 2-0. Manchester City still drawing with Celtic 1-1 in that game. And look at this, Ludogorets are beating Paris Saint-Germain. An incredible scoreline in Paris. So those are the latest scores from the Champions League. And we must say thank you to everyone for getting in touch with us here on Coventry United Matchday on Twitter. We're trying to check as many of your tweets as possible at half time. Prinzel. Long ball only as far as the Westfields man. February puts it forward and it's booted away by Jamie Coleman. Back in the starting lineup for the first time in over a month today. In what looks to be a 5-man defence, the 3 centre-backs and the 2 wing-backs. Jones tries an audacious effort and well saved by Rich Morris. He has to be on his toes for that one. A comfortable save in the end, but the flick up, the volley from Jones could have easily caught him out. We've seen a similar goal in this game with Blackburn caught out by O'Grady. So the goalkeepers certainly have to be on their toes, especially in these mildly foggy conditions. Blackburn clears for Westfields. Only onto the head of Prinzel. Towards Moodim, he won't keep it in. Throw in Westfields just inside United's half. 15 minutes of normal time in the first half remaining. Here's Craig Jones. Saunston. Down line. It's Saunston again. Glover. Hunt. Hunt. All forward to Pollon. Back to Hunt. Westfield's making good progress. Craig Jones. Handball claims. Referee ignores them. Bonella strides forward onto the right-hand side now with Ham. Can he whip this one in, or will he try and cut in? He's put it towards the far post, towards Pollon. It's headed away, but still it remains with Westfields. Sam Hunt, cross is put in. Pollon can't control. Two players go for the same ball, and offside given anyway. Two United players going for the same ball, so they tried to clear it. Neither of them got to it. Westfields would have regained possession, but the referee calling a halt as the flag was raised on this near side. Morris prepares to get us underway once again. As we approach half-time, as usual, we'll be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half in its entirety, as Josh O'Grady is fouled by Glover just inside Westfield's half. An opportunity to push men forward, try a long ball into the penalty area. Thornton looks for an option. The Westfields manager saying that the away players are watching the ball rather than the game at the moment. Not enough movement for the away side. Not enough reaction. Moodim holds the ball away from Aidan Thomas. Cameron to Thornton. He's forced away by Pollon. Glasgow playing in a holding midfield role at the moment. Cox strides forward from the back. Incredible run from Cox. May try one here. Well, as always ambitious. It's flown over the crossbar, over the fencing, into the car park. Well, I hate to say it, that shot wouldn't have scored you 3 points in a rugby game, let alone a football match. But a neat run from Cox, who, despite the return of Coleman, is still playing in defence because it seems United are playing a 5-3-2. As we close in on the last 10 minutes of the first half. Here's Hunt. Blackburn. He's being encouraged to look towards Sawston. He tries to, and Valance gets his head to it first. The manager being a little bit too loud of his tactics there. Cameron. Valance. Back to Cameron. Can he stride through the defence now? Plays one forward. Nice little 1-2 there with Kai Williams. Still going Courtney. Cameron! Over the crossbar. What a goal that would have been. He just couldn't quite keep the shot down. But brilliant link-up play there between Courtney Cameron and Kai Williams. This looks like a completely new Coventry United side, a team that has disappointed fans in the last couple of weeks or so without a win in 4 games. This is incredible. Coming up against a team in 3rd place in the league, on paper, should be beating United, you have to say, especially on recent form. But at the moment, the red and greens look dominant. The ball's drifted out of play for a throw-in for Coventry United on the halfway line. A second goal before the break would do them wonders. O'Grady tries the return ball, too powerful. And it'll go out for a Westfields throw now. 10 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half. Glover. Hunt stabs that over to Craig Jones, striding forward under pressure from Kevin Thornton. Neat long ball over to Sawston. What can they do here? Greaves. Bonella. Hunt. Unchallenged on the left-hand side. United need to try and pick him up here. Jones lost the ball towards Bonella, into the area, and cleared just in time. But who was picking up Bonella there? The left-back just eased through the United midfield, then through the defence. That could have been a very dangerous situation. No one picking him up. And the Red and Greens very nearly paid for it. As we prepare for a corner kick. course, we'll be taking a short break at half-time to swap over the laptop battery. So if you've got nothing to do at half-time, then why not go and check out the latest episode of our exclusive web series, The Sky Blue Diaries. Corner swung in, easy dealt with at the near post by Kevin Thornton. The clearance should be met by Kai Williams. He can't quite get there. Bonella is put into the area, cleared once again. Thornton takes it around hand, beautiful play. Thornton striding forward here. United have got several players forward. Kai Williams striding down the right hand side. Cameron's with him. So is O'Grady on the left hand side. Williams will strike, parried by the goalkeeper. Clearance straight into the face of Williams, and it's a foul against Kai Williams. Not sure what for them up with for handball, as Williams was trying to block his face, but Saunson tried to clear it. It smacked Williams dead in the face. But for whatever reason, players have been halted, and it will be a free kick to Westfields, who really could do with getting a goal before half-time just to get themselves on an even keel. Their rigorous cup schedule has decimated the squad in recent weeks. Cox tries to lob one over. Greaves. Poland tries to win the ball back, but Cameron brings it away. Kevin Thornton, surrounded by Westfields players. Ben Valance tried to lob it through for Kai Williams, but Williams wasn't expecting it. He apologises to Valance. But after a long absence from the starting lineup, Ben Valance has really picked himself up. Lewis Hudson, of course, going to rugby in a two-way deal, so we won't be seeing too much of Hudson for the rest of this season. Valance now the first choice left back. And although he's played at right back this season, this is really the first game that we've seen him make a sizable impact. Neat balls over the defence, looking for Williams and O'Grady, and a slice clearance by Blackburn, which was heading towards our camera, but luckily Phil Glover able to keep it in and away from the commentator. The pass from Saunson blocked by Thornton. Glover's pass blocked by Thornton as well, but it's will fall to Bonella. Now Sam Hunt on the left-hand side. Hunt beats Moodim, still going is Hunt, still going. He's got Thomas on the left-hand side. Aidan Thomas, good tackle there from Rob Prinzel. Throw in to the visitors. 7 minutes until the break. Throw-in taken, Craig Jones. Being forced away from the area here. Bonella plays it back into defence with the captain, Phil Glover. Lofts it towards the right-hand side. And a push into the back there by Poland. And no foul given. There was a definite push in the back by Poland. Throwing given to Westfields. I've got to say, the referee has been a little bit lenient here to Westfields. The United players and coaching staff not at all happy. Saunson puts in the cross. Prinzel gets the nod on it. Only as far as Aidan Thomas. Thomas puts it in. Poor cross. It should be easy dealt with. But no, Prinzel's lost the ball. United have got to clear their lines here. They're in dangerous territory. They will get the ball away as Kevin Thornton strides forward. Cameron. Williams. Down the right-hand side, who's with him? Williams tries to find O'Grady, finds O'Grady, first touch too heavy, and put onto the left-hand side by February. Hunt put it down line to Thomas, intercepted. Basco to Cameron. Vance making the run on the left-hand side. Cameron didn't see him, or didn't want to play the pass. Thornton, Moodim, can he whip in the cross? Pierre Moodim, side netting. We've seen him score opportunities like that several times this season. He's really up the ante in terms of his attacking game in the 16-17 campaign. Moodim going all on his own once again, but this time the end result saw it head straight into the side netting. Valance. Thornton. Cameron. Can't take it around the challenge of February. Craig Jones. Lifts it onto the left-hand side. Aidan Thomas is beaten to the ball by Rob Prinzel. Prinzel tries the clearance. It's only found Greaves. And Prinzel does make the clearance eventually. Moodim picks up the ball after a header away by James February. Moodim strides forward. O'Grady. A bit of a miscommunication now between Moodim and O'Grady. United lose the ball once again. Just under 5 minutes of normal time remaining at the end of the first half. There should be some injury time, however, due to one of the Westfield players being injured. Cox makes the challenge. Goes to the ground, no foul given. Saunson wins it back. Cross put in, Prinzel nods away. Jones. Thomas. Jones puts the cross in. Easily gathered by Rich Morris in goal. He'll save those ones all day long. The man they call England's #1 hasn't really been tested that much today. An ambitious long effort from Craig Jones earlier on in the match is pretty much the only danger he's had to deal with, and even that was pretty easily savable. United have looked threatening for the majority of the first half. Sam Hunt plays the ball down the left-hand side. Here's Ham. Can he beat Prinzel? Still going. Ham will strike from long range and tipped over the goal by Rich Morris. He had to be on his toes for that one. We've seen a couple of long-range efforts so far today. That one has been the closest to going into the net. Chris Ham trying his luck. It was certainly dipping in. But Morris able to tip the ball away from the crossbar and out for a corner. Corner swung in from the right-hand side over everyone, except Courtney Cameron at the far post for Coventry United. He heads it away. Ball cleared by Cox. It's bouncing towards Kai Williams. And Williams, will he get onto the loose ball? Williams over the goalkeeper! Side netting. Coventry United seem almost certain to score a second goal at the moment. The ball from Chris Cox bouncing awkwardly for the Westfields defenders. James February got a toe on it, but he couldn't get it away. It fell for Williams. He tried to chip it over the goalkeeper, but it just brushed the side netting on the way out. Westfields have got 3 minutes of normal time to get themselves level before the break. And you have to say, if things stay as they are at half-time, Terry Anderson will be the much happier of the two managers, performance-wise and scoreline-wise. A little bit of a seal dribble there for Kai Williams. Sorry, Courtney Cameron, I should say. Ball towards Williams. Williams with a brilliant slide challenge. He couldn't retrieve the ball before February puts it out for a throw. Sheer persistence from Kai Williams. And United have got themselves another opportunity on the far side. Moodim gets the ball from Thornton. Can he put the cross in? It's Pierre Moodim. He's overrun it. Hunt, clearance only finds Kevin Thornton. Thornton's pass is blocked by Craig Jones, is opposite number 7. And Jones will make the clearance. Glasgow receives a push from behind by Greaves. Referee says nothing doing. It's played out by a Coventry United man out for a throw-in. And unless there's any significant added time at the end of the first half, that should be all. Hunt. Bonella. February over to Glover. Now James Saunston into United territory, lays it off for Bonella once again. Jones had to be quick to that one as Thornton was lurking in the midfield. Bonella, ball down the right hand side. Dan Polon. Can he get the cross in? One more chance for Westfields. Cross blocked well by Ben Valance. It's another corner. And Westfields have got to start taking their chances now. An equaliser would certainly change the team talks of both managers. It's going to be Jones to swing this one in. And it's gone for everyone. I think it took a touch off Ham. The Westfield player trying to keep it in on the far side. United come away with it. Prinzel. Looked like he was going to go on a darting run from the back. He didn't in the end. But here's Kai Williams now for Coventry United. Williams puts it through. Valance offside. It's saved anyway by Blackburn, but it's offside against Ben Valance, striding beyond Saunston, the last man. And the referee is eventually called back for the offside. I think he was originally playing the advantage as Blackburn saved it and was trying to allow Westfields to play on, but when Westfields lose it, it's called back for the offside. Surely can't be long left in the first half. And Blackburn gets the okay from the referee to take the goal kick. Well, free kick, I should say. Swanston nods into midfield, intercepted by Thornton. Lofted ball, and as United are on the attack, the referee calls an end. I don't think O'Grady would have got to the ball anyway, but Coventry United can be certainly satisfied with a job well done in the first half. There's still another 45 minutes of play remaining, but the Red and Greens are certainly back with a vengeance after a disappointing few weeks for Coventry United. The half-time score, Coventry United 1, Westfields 0. Right, we're going to take a short break now here on Coventry United Match Day with Liam Cook. We're going to be back in around 5 minutes' time. We've just got to swap over the laptop battery to ensure we can bring you the second half in all of its glory. So stick around, Coventry United Match Day will return in 5 minutes.